Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go!
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Go.
Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 55.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they try the right side here. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. They'll run it with Johnson, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, one set.
Rock it.
54.
Look at me. Zipper.
Get that ball. Switch. Check it out, read.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it to Williams. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
What we got? 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Hey, let go.
You got enough to me there.
Now. Shoot.
Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
All day.
Green, triple T. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Go. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I'm on.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 6.
On third down, Dobbs. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
54, Mike. Check Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54.
Look at me. Go.
It's just me and you.
Go.
It's just me and you. Bang.
Leo.
Bang. You go tight.
Go.
Second and 15. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
You. Mike by 4.
Let's go. Snap.
Back to throw here. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
Escaping the pressure right. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Winston now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Watch twitch.
Now Dobbs. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerome Baker with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And Gay knocks this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Get it.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yo, go!
They're going to look to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. Go get him.
And again this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Yeah. Go on.
Big dad. Come.
Hey, box drop.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Miami.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey!
Stay at home. Kill.
Ready?
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, wahoo!
Yep. 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready to break. 80 weapons.
Mike 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Yo, go, go. Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey.
54, right there, right
Hey, Charlie.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
Fight.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10 yards on the pickup.
You draw
It's
portrait.
second and inches at the 27-yard line.
Spine.
Yeah. Right up.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set. 8, read. Go.
Yo.
Look at me. Zipper. Big grip.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 2. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike 54.
He'll look to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch twins.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, Miami.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Check 45 tonight. Get your swerve on.
Hey, exit.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I'm scared. 45 to Mike. Let's get the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. It's Williams on the catch. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
5.
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Pass across the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mike 54.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Go.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now back to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Check out.
On play action, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10, 28-yard line.
58. Right there. It's our time.
Come on. Sunday.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Field left, field left. You gonna get this, boys? You think you gonna get this?
Five.
45's the mark.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
45.
Shoot.
Back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
54.
Yep.
Check him off. Check the call.
Say go.
Now a handoff looking right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming.
Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Too little, Cupcake.
Hey.
Banjo.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check.
Yes. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Dolphins. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Look at me, zipper. Get it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 45 yards.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They run it with Balaj. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Chopper! Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's get it.
Ready? Black 25.
52. Pick me up. Here we go.
And they try the sweep to Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Mike 5-5.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 48, Dolphins 10.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, check Mike 40. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Tight ends right. 4 down. Check. 34. Eyes on 34.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Push him back.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We own them. We own them.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Hold.
Watch the screen. Tighten up.
Sneak them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ready. 50, plant.
Watch the backer.
Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.